Hey YouTube, Drago Shinobi here with a review of the WAP Series 05 Kamen Rider Wizard Flame Dragon. So the first of the dragon styles, I guess I'll call them for consistency's sake, to be released in the WAP line, obviously Flame Dragon. Quick look at the box. It is very much the same idea behind the other WAP series. However, the box now has a stylization of the dragon chest, as you can see here with Flame Dragon 05 up there. Shooting Strike, the final attack back here, and then Slash Strike right there. Obviously, as you can see here, the WAP series will continue with the dragons with Hurricane, Water, and Land, and then you can combine them all to make all dragon. Combine them all to make all dragon, of course. All of these are released next month in March, so I do have all of them pre-ordered and I will be reviewing them. Beast is the only one I'm actually going to wait on because March is a really expensive month. So anyway, here is a wizard in the Flame Dragon form, and it's actually pretty cool. Articulation-wise, it is very much the same as normal Flame style. So there really isn't anything too new. You still got the swivel and pin joint up here, the single joint, and the bicep swivel as well as the wrist swivel. Ball jointed head, a rotation at the waist, and then the same style of thigh you got down here, with or hip rather, thigh swivel, and the knee joint right there being a single joint, and the ball jointed little ankle down there. So nothing new in terms of the articulation. There is no light on these, as you can see. The dragon forms do not have any sort of light like the original wizard, just normal styles did. But they make up for it by looking pretty awesome. As you can see, it does share the same body pretty much, so it is the same height. There are ports for the other dragon pieces. Obviously, the head that comes with this one's going to fit right on the chest here. It's got little holes here for the claws that'll come with Land Dragon. A clip for the tail that'll come with Water Dragon, and then two holes right here for the pegs of the wings of Hurricane Dragon. So you've got all dragon capabilities. Since I assume they're probably going to share a similar mold, or the same mold even, I'm guessing the other forms will have the same clips too, even though I'm pretty sure all dragons limited to Flame Dragon, but we'll see what happens. We might be able to make something cool later on down the line. As always with these, the robe is very pliable, so it doesn't really hinder the articulation any whatsoever, which is still nice, but this can get kind of bent out of shape if you don't treat it right in storage, so I do recommend keeping the box for things like that. But cool nonetheless. Head sculpt is fairly spot on. The chest detailing is nice as well. As always, this doesn't tilt or anything like that, so it's stuck like that. And the back detailing is kind of bland, but outside of that, it's still a pretty nice little budget line figure. Hate that word, but anyway, so articulation accessory-wise, he comes with the open-handed WizarSwordGun in gun and sword mode. However, these are cast in a clear red plastic that makes it look like a gummy. I guess just to be different. I think that's the only reason for something like this. But yeah, so he's got these, so you can do whatever with those. Of course, if you want it to be slightly show accurate, you can give him the ones from the normal styles, so that he's actually got a colored one. And a little miniature Drago Timer. It's got no color whatsoever except for the little black hand bit right there. So if you want a completely accurate one, you're going to need to color some in. But that just clips into one of the holes that are for the land claws. And that just pops right in there. So now he's got a Drago Timer on. We'll just leave that on for the remainder of the review because why not? So I think that's kind of neat that they included the Drago Timer in there, and that is why this came out so late, because they did include the Drago Timer. So that's always a little fun thing. And then you have the special dragon head. It opens and closes. And detail-wise, it's actually pretty cool. You got the scales down here and everything, and it's colored appropriately, so it looks pretty neat. I'll have to give it that. Basically, all this does is pop right into the chest here. Just like so. Riveting. Obviously, he's got some seeing issues like this, but once the head opens up, that folds down, and he can see now, so that's always a plus. So very cool. I'm looking forward to seeing how the Figuarts work with the dragon pieces, whether it's going to be like holes and pegs, or interchangeable chest pieces, or arms, or what they're going to do. So it'll be interesting to see, but for now, this is what we got, and next month we can have all dragons, so I'm really looking forward to that. We're going to get our hands on it pretty early. All things considered in terms of figure releases, how they normally go, particularly with Figuarts. So speaking of, obviously I don't have the Figuart to compare it to. Real quick, this also comes with this backdrop. It's pretty much the same as the ones that came with the other ones. However, this one's in like a pink paper to kind of offshoot the red. So you get that too, if that counts as an accessory. I've been counting it as an accessory, so yeah. But like I said, I don't have the Figuart to compare it to, obviously, because it's not out until April, I think. Yeah, April. So obviously you can't compare it just yet, but still, if you're too impatient and don't want to wait the extra month and a half or so for the Figuart, then by all means pick this up. I'm expecting the other dragon forms to be exclusive, just like the normal styles. So if you want like an all dragon in Figuarts, it's going to be pretty expensive. Meanwhile, these are only about 2,000 yen a piece. Most of the time you can find them on sale for 1,500 and up or so on Mandrake, between 1,500 and 2,000. So this is definitely the cheaper route to go. You are sacrificing articulation, obviously. This isn't Figuarts quality articulation, but you can pull off quite a few poses, and for a play toy, this is absolutely perfect. And as always, if you have like a kid that likes watching Wizard with you or anything like that, and they're a little bit too old for the vinyl figures, this is a nice little alternative that's only about $25 or so. It's a little bit more reasonably priced than a Figuart, and it's a little bit more safe to handle for kids too. So, yeah, if you're impatient, great figure. If not, probably wait for the Figuart, because the Flame Dragon one looks to be pretty neat, unlike the normal Flame style one. But, yeah, we'll get to that later. So, pretty cool toy nonetheless, and a great alternative to the Figuart. So you can check out ShokunShinobi.com for latest updates on my reviews and hauls, and of course check out Riders, Reigns, and Rambles, the podcast bringing the latest token news in the craziest way possible. And of course you can buy this guy and more Wizard merchandise at cstoysjapan.com. So take care and have a great one. Bye.